All right, it's 6 o'clock. I will call the May 20th Milton Board of Selectmen meeting to order. First up, pledge allegiance. Invite everybody to please stand. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome everyone. First up, we have public comment. Do we have any public comment? I'm not. Public comment?
Comment?
Comment, yep.
I don't know what comments. Good questions. Okay.
So we have a public comment at the beginning of the meeting and then one at the end of the meeting. So the one at the end of the meeting is intended for anything that was discussed on the agenda. The one at the opening of the meeting is for anybody to make any comment they would like, unless you're on the agenda. So, would you like to?
Tell you what's on my mind? Okay.
Sure. So if you would just mind come up to the podium and
No, I'm good here. I don't like to do that.
stating your name and.
Linda Kane, Milton Mills. I had a question about regarding leash law and if it's in effect. I heard there was a leash law, and as far as I know, it was supposed to be in effect
Yeah,
in town.
would have to look into that. I believe it's probably a state law. I don't know. We'd have to. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, well, there's an ordinance in Milton. I just don't know what the ordinance reads, unfortunately.
Right, the reason I'm asking is because we've approached a neighbor several times about their dog being loose and going to the bathroom in our yard, when you should be responsible for your own pet, and it's way overdue, and I want to know how I feel, how I approach that. What's my next step?
Well, we can provide you with the ordinance and.
If I can get your contact information, I'll be happy to call
Okay.
you tomorrow.
Okay. What would you, my phone number? Or?
Yeah, we
don't-
want to do it off camera though.
Yeah, do it off camera. Oh.
Unless you want it on the, you're on camera, so I don't think you probably want to announce that.
Okay.
So,
If I have another question, do I keep going?
yep, we
Okay.
do have a time limit, but.
I know,
if-
but I'll be.
Yep.
I just have to address this. In Milton Mills, we have a square. It says, "Welcome to Milton Mills," and it's not being maintained. When Milton here is very maintained, everything is groomed, and we want to know why our square there isn't being maintained by the town. When we are part of Milton, we pay taxes.
Okay, we can look into that.
Okay, it looks pretty shabby.
All right.
Okay.
It-
My last one is just a question. I know a couple years ago we had banners that used to hang around on some of the poles, like "Welcome to Milton" or things about Milton, and you used to see them as you went through and through Milton Mills, and you don't see them anymore. And I just wondered where they went to and why we don't have them anymore.
I think they had trouble with the brackets, putting them on the poles and stuff like that, but I can check into it and see how many we have still. I know we still have them.
They look nice, though. Like
They do, yeah.
They really
They
did.
do.
They did a good job them coming through town.
And I can tell you about the square coming into Milton where it says "Welcome to Milton Mills." I think Eleanor Dame used to take care of that, and she's recently has moved away and sold her house. So I don't think anybody's really picked that up. So if anybody would like to volunteer or spend their time doing that,
I
that'd be
don't
great.
think.
That's what, I mean, we mow it and we weed whack it and stuff like that, but as far as doing the flowers and stuff, she used to take care of that. That was her own little,
Right.
personal job, and
And she's been
God
gone
forbid
about
if anybody touched
4
it.
years.
But she's been gone for a while. I don't think anybody has stepped in to pick that up, so.
Well, a lot of people didn't know that she was doing it.
Yeah, she
personally,
was doing it before. She did a great job.
but
And the
it
other-
hasn't been mowed, and it doesn't look very nice.
The other sign in Milton, you guys, that's volunteer too.
Yeah, Larry.
Yes.
Larry
Larry
Brown.
Brown, yes.
Yeah.
That's mowed there by Larry Brown.
The
No.
one at
No,
the-
no, the
No.
sign, the flowers at the sign.
When you're coming into Milton,
I
Yeah,
know
certain people
where-
take care of those.
Yeah.
For
so
us.
yeah, they're adopted spots.
Maybe we could ask the public if they'd like to adopt that spot and take care of it.
Okay.
I know there's new people in town, I don't think a lot of them knew that Eleanor Dane specifically did that. So I just was wondering, what was up with it? It just doesn't look, it looks kind of nasty right now.
Yeah, it just kind of got dropped by the wayside when she left, and nobody's picked it up or done anything with it.
Okay. All right,
We'll look into
I'm
that.
done.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All good
All right.
questions.
Any other public comments? Okay, not seeing any, I'll close public comment. Move on to new business. Been requested to move the approval of Public Works employee hiring up. And I'm assuming Butch is here in place of Pat.
We have 2 candidates selected for the job, and I'd like to just go over how we got to these 2 candidates. Originally, we had about 15 applicants that applied for the job,
Wow.
which was great. But over the course, some of them applied online and didn't actually fill out an application, which they were told to come in and fill out an application, get their complete information and stuff. So those were set aside. Anybody that didn't have a CDL required for the job got set aside. So that narrowed it down to 7 people with CDLs, medical cards, and we went through those 7 and did interviews on all of them. We met at Public Works, and from that point, we narrowed it down to 3. And at that time, I did a reference checks on all 3. One of them did not pass, they had an issue with some references, and that one was set aside, and that's how we came to the 2. These 2 seem to be the best fit for the job, the best fit for the town of Milton. So that's what we came down to. All their references checked out perfectly.
This guy has a lot of experience.
Isn't it, Gary?
Hmm. Okay.
And I think he'd be a great backup for Lee.
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you.
All right, so do we want to make a motion to move forward with hiring these 2 individuals?
Go ahead. I'm fine with it. Yeah, I think they both would look like they'd be good fits, and one of them actually has a lot of experience and.
This is still a 6-month probationary period, you know,
Mhm.
anytime during that 6 months,
Yep.
you know, that works in the town's favor.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
I'll
You?
second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hold on one sec, Butch.
Yes.
Do you need that in a motion, though? Those-
No,
Well,
what
I-
you just said.
What's that?
That's kind of what you said.
All right, I just want to make sure it's,
I think, I know we're in a transition period and we've dealt with hiring new employees different with
Mhm.
the previous town administrator than the interim town administrator, and I think that we need to get on this, and Ernie's
Right.
hasn't even been here a full week yet, so, typically in the past, we would discuss the individuals in non-public, because it was under reputation,
Mhm.
and then move forward, in public to make a motion of hiring them, but we wouldn't actually release the names until the town contacted the individuals that they got the position they accepted. So that way they don't find out through the selectmen meeting, they actually would find out from the person that interviewed them, so. But that's something we need to decide going forward on how we're gonna handle, I think.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I apologize for the confusion for everybody, but that's kind of where we're at right now.
Okay.
So that sounds fair and
yeah, no, that's. the way it
accurate,
should-
everybody?
Yeah.
It's not, doesn't sound fair, it's the way it should be.
Yep, so,
So, yeah.
okay.
All right.
All right, we have a 6:15 public hearing. I think we can maybe do this townhouse stewardship committee thing fairly quickly. I attended the last townhouse stewardship committee meeting. They're at the tail end of wrapping up that project. I know, Aaron, you were the representative last year. They were asking if they were gonna have another representative this year. So I don't mind doing it.
Then I
If you don't
nominate.
want to continue to, or you want to do it, I think they're wrapping up the project, so
Right.
there's not going to be a ton of meetings, but
Yeah.
I don't mind being the liaison if
No
the board so
problem.
wishes. If somebody else would like to, I don't have a problem with that
Well,
either.
You're
so.
doing a great job. Yep.
I'll make a
All right.
motion that Ryan becomes the liaison for the Townhouse Stewardship Committee.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Did we take enough time?
We're close. I think we're close enough to start the public hearing.
I think so, yes.
Yep.
Just read it by the time you open
Right.
it. It'll be-
Right. So.
Just read slow.
Next up, we have public hearing on acquisition and possible disposition of land parcel tax map 17 lot 5. The Milton Board of Selectmen will hold 2 public hearings on Monday, May 6th, 2019 at 6:15 PM and on Monday, May 20th, 2019 at 6:15 PM at Town Hall Meeting Room 424 White Mountain Highway, Milton, New Hampshire. Pursuant to RSA 41:14-A, relative to acquisition and possible disposition of a 4.87 acre parcel of land on Brookfield Drive identified as tax map 17 lot 5. This parcel of land was donated to the town in 2015. The Board of Selectmen are considering its possible disposition. After the 2 required public hearings, the Selectmen vote on any proposed disposition of this parcel of land will be scheduled to occur at the board's meeting on June 3rd, 2019. So it's 6:15, and I will open up the public hearing. This is time for the public to make any comments or chime in about this land. So I'm not seeing any public input. So that being said, I will close the public hearing. I'll bring it back to the board. Any discussion or input from the board?
Well, just,
Sorry.
no, your motion would then be to close the public hearing and then just announce that a disposition of the land, a decision would be made on your June 3rd meeting.
All All right, so I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And on June 3rd, we will rediscuss and make a decision on the property.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Next up, request to purchase tax map 37, lot 64. Jackie?
Yes, hello, Jackie Monahan. This is a parcel of land that my husband and I have owned and got behind on taxes, so the town had purchased it back, and it was just up for auction, I think, a couple weeks ago. It's not a buildable lot, it abuts us and Steve Gagne. So I was requesting to purchase it back for whatever taxes may be owed on it. It gives us more road frontage is the reason why the prior owner of our property had purchased it, but it was never incorporated with our piece of land that we have the house on, so it's a separate lot, but we would like to purchase that back. And when I spoke with the town administrator, he said that the decision probably wouldn't be made tonight, so present it to the board and see if it's something that's possible to buy up again.
What is owed on it?
Excuse me?
What is owed on it for back taxes?
It's
you know?
just under 4,000. It's with everything added, it's about 39.98. I've got the exact figure in here somewhere, but that's about what it's at. I had Kathy run the numbers for me yesterday.
And at the auction that brought,
Excuse me, Friday.
Same,
2,500 was it?
well,
Your-
more or less the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your high bid was 4,000, wasn't it?
It was 4,500, but,
Okay.
I mean,
No, I wasn't given the actual figure the other day when we spoke, so I thought it was just like the back taxes that were owed, which were already on $1,000 or so dollars. I didn't know where the 4,000 came from.
Right, it was a total of, back taxes and penalties and interest to date. So that's where it's at. I can give you a breakdown of it.
Yes,
So,
please.
yeah.
I can give my email or phone number or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to,
We have your phone number from your sheet. Is that
Yeah.
the best contact? Okay.
Thank you.
so what is the, oh, okay.
I can actually show her this. There's 39.97.46.
What?
I was just wondering what this was.
I'll show you the sheet that I have here. It's-
Okay.
I think what that is that's what the actual probably is. I think this might be a continuation
Some of what you have in your packet.
of different
I got updated
other
things today
properties
because
in
it
that.
was so
This is
quick
that
between the day I
particular
started
property.
and the day we were
I
trying to
think
get the
this is
packets
right
out.
here.
So.
That's what they actually tell you about the penalties.
Oh, okay.
and, that's what I would,
Thank you.
No, I mean, I'm fine. That's what- I mean, we can, but,
We do have some flexibility to discuss that after.
okay. Oh, yeah.
do you want that back?
No, I've got it.
Okay.
so I guess just to be clear, what were your thoughts on the price? Or what?
I didn't think it was going to be that much in the thought it was gonna be around the $1,300. So, I guess at this point.
I'm Matt Monahan. This property has about as much building space, maybe possibly, as this room. You're not gonna get, what, I don't know who offered you $4,000 for it, but
Well, I think at the auction it
that's,
may have been
yeah,
misrepresented.
it's been marked off. So if anybody has any questions, they can go up there and actually walk the property. You can't do anything with it. It's a soggy area. The best thing you might be able to do is run a driveway up through it. I'd be willing to give you the 13, but if the 3.9, I'm all set. I don't need it back that bad. That's a lot of money for that piece of property. I mean, I understand we got behind on the taxes, and that's our responsibility, but it's just another piece of property that the town would have that they can't really do nothing. We could put a flagpole on it, about it. But if you're willing to take the 13, we can settle that up.
Discussion from the board.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we should take it under advisement and talk about it and get back to the folks. That's me.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah, because I think there's some factors we got to consider.
Right.
It did go up for auction once and did bring.
4,500, so.
All right. Well, so we'll take it under advisement and we'll be back in touch. Appreciate you coming in and presenting this to us. Thank you.
Have a good night, folks.
All right. Next up, we are under old business now. Approve Economic Development Committee and Recreation Commission appointment. So you want to start with economic development? Can't seem to talk tonight.
Sure. It looks like we have I've not met Mr. Bean.
I'm right here, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
I kind of had a feeling that's who you were. But, I'll make a motion to go ahead and accept Mr. Bean's letter of intent for the economic development.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Classify that or specify that the 2-year term.
To 2 years. I have my eyes on.
All right.
For a 2-year term.
Board all good with that?
Very good.
All right. Now we can,
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
we might as well
Swear you.
swear you in right
Yep.
now.
It's Ryan's
So you-
favorite thing to
Would you like to do it since
I'll
you're on
do
the
it.
economic? I'm not even going to try to say that anymore tonight.
Thanks.
Sign.
Yep, you're gonna be
You gotta
sworn
be
in
sworn
and
in.
then sign off.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
Hi, I'm Erin Hutchins. I'm the selectman's rep.
I am.
No, we can talk.
Raise your thumb right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, I say.
I, Phil Bean,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as
as an economic development committee,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
and laws of the state of New
and
Hampshire.
laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and if
Thank
we
you.
can just
Thank
get
you.
your signature.
You sure can.
I'll let Danielle tell you, because I couldn't find where you from.
Thank you so much. Mr. Chairman, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Thank you, sir.
coming aboard.
Look forward to working with you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lynn. Say hi to John, I'll see you soon.
All right, so next is the rec commission. So we have one available opening for, what's the term? 3 years. And we have Chris Jacobs, who is,
Been serving on it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to move forward Chris Jacobs on to the Recreation Commission
for
I'll
3
second
years.
it.
for 3 years.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
He's a huge asset. Have you met him?
I do, I guess I know.
I'll sign after.
Yeah, we'll do it after. Well, we gotta do it now so we don't forget.
I will not let you forget. That's what I know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Really.
It eliminates all confusion.
I think this is the
Last man standing. You get an
one
award
of the
tonight.
smallest
First
turnouts I've
irons.
seen.
Aaron needs to sign
I'd miss it.
that you administered.
Yeah. And then Michelle signs.
They're normally not this easy, are they? All right, so
Are we down to?
any
the-
other business that may become for the board, or do you have anything else?
I don't.
Okay. Everybody else good? So now we are on.
Wait a minute,
appro-
wait a minute.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't know if I should go under selectmen's comments or now. What do you think for recreation, just to give you an update on some of the recreation?
Well, I used
Probably
to
do
do
it
it
now.
I used to do it in Selectmen's comments.
Whoever
But
wants to
you can
say
do
something.
whatever you want.
I guess it's
Sure.
a full meeting. I have a bet, so
You-
it's good.
You wanna wait till selecting
Sure, I'll
comments,
wait
or?
till selectmen's
Okay.
comments.
Okay, so approval of minutes. First up, we have the May 4th minutes.
Make a motion to accept as written.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next up, we have the May 6th regular schedule meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Public comment pertaining to topics discussed.
Settle down.
Anything? No? All right. Next up, administrator comments.
This is day 4. I thank you for the opportunity. So far, it's been a great experience meeting everybody that you have on staff. We've got some great folks here. And I did meet with Walter Mitchell this morning to get an update on legal issues, and there was nothing that was a great surprise. Really, the only major case that you have right now is the one with the ZBA, and everything else, tax deeded properties, some of those things, hopefully will get straightened out over the next couple of weeks, some of the questions that I have. But other than that, it's been a great start. Thank you for your patience tonight. We'll make this better too.
Yeah, you had one day to, before the packets were getting put together,
So
so.
thank you, Danielle, for your help too.
All right. Thank you. Selectmen comments?
No, 'cause we're gonna go into a non-public, right? Yeah, no, I'm all set. I'm good for this week.
I have
Aaron?
other things. Did you guess? All right, I want to just bring an update on the Recreation Commission. First of all, I have a letter that Karen Brown wrote. We had a discussion about $7,000 on the ferry house. Andy was kind enough to get the information that it was $1,600. Karen wrote a very nice letter here. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But I just wanted to highlight this part. After getting permission from the Board of Selectmen to pursue the Ferry House idea, both the Parks and Recreation Commission and the trustees of the trust funds decided to move forward with the project. The trustees approved the estimate of $1,600 for the project. The project has met the requirements for funding through the Lockhart Fund. The Recreation Department will be requesting additional funding from another source to complete the project. The second donation will be for fencing around the perimeter of the ferry house, allowing the kids to get up close to it, but keeping them from climbing on it. The ferry house is a wonderful addition to the amenities that we currently offer at the beach. And we'd like to thank Mary Vizina for all of her help and expertise on seeing this to fruition, and all of her volunteers who came out and helped. We hope to honor all of those that were involved in this project on Sunday, June 9th, as part of the 2019 Milton Summer Kickoff. Which brings me to part 2. Don't forget that June 8th and 9th is the summer kickoff. There'll be Touch a Truck along with several other, the Rock Wall, etc. There, which brings me to, I'm asking the selectmen to accept a donation from the John Locke Jr. family on behalf of the Parks and Recreation for the upcoming Milton Summer Kickoff. They have donated $300 towards the rock wall for the families. So I'm asking if we can accept that donation.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept so said donation.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. Appreciate that donation.
And Camp Three Ponds still has room for kids for camp for the summer, and they're also still looking to add to the gate staff down at the beach. Which brings me to another question. Karen?
Take a breath for 1
Okay,
second.
you need to catch up.
No,
All
it's
right.
fine.
Here, you want my notes?
That's fine. I'm just kidding. Slow down. I mean, we have all night.
No, at that point. Karen asked me a question about the employment with these kids. Most of the kids that are coming back this year worked for us down there last year. Most of them are under the age of 18. So the difference in the hiring process for them is different. I told her if they were employed by us last year, I don't see why we have to go through the whole bringing them back before the select board, blah, blah, blah. She may want to update their references, call their references and just check that, but I don't see if they're already in the system. Is there any reason why, am I saying this right? Why we can't just go ahead and bring, roll it over to this year? Do you see anything?
We always did from past years, if they were, past employees, we always hired them if they were interested in the job the next year.
Okay, so pretty much.
We never ran another background check on them.
Well, I think if they're under the age of 18, they couldn't get
You
a
can't.
background check anyway.
Right.
You
Right,
just
it
have
was
the
just a light-
references, the
I
3
think it was-
references, personal
Yeah,
reference
yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, that's not uncommon as long as you approve it. And I think if you made a motion to allow that to happen, it would be just fine.
So I'll make a motion to,
So are we still gonna check the references?
yes, I mean, I think that, and even a
Right.
background. I mean, people, things change in people's lives from time to time, so I mean,
So, to I guess to solve this problem going forward, we probably have a policy that we should update and address it in that policy.
Yes.
So then it's
right,
practiced across the
Right.
town, not just,
So you'd want to see references rechecked, and like you said, anybody under the age of 18, there's not going to be any kind of a background check really that can be done. But if they were good employees last year and they come back with just a recheck of references, then it would be fine. And we can develop a policy going forward for you.
yeah, so I personally think we should make the motion, so it's just for this year for
Right.
the rec, and then we can address the policy in the near future.
Okay. So go
Right.
ahead. Ask
So you
that. I will make a motion to go ahead for the summer of 2019 to, for lack of, roll over the employees from last year who were previously on the books to continue the hiring policy with the recheck of references.
I'll second it.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I'll make it
I can decipher that. We can.
I'll make it sound pretty.
That's why I'm not a lawyer.
All right.
And that's it for the
That's it.
recreation.
Any other comments you have? Other than Rick?
I don't know, man, that's, no, I'm good.
All right. I don't have any comments. I just want to welcome Ernie once again. I know the recording got cut off last week. So,
Well, thank
hearing
you.
a lot of positive feedback. And looking forward to working together and moving the town forward, so.
All right, thank you.
Crossing up the joint with that suit and tie, so you guys just
And he wants to take his nickel back.
No, I just know the Memorial Day Parade is this coming Monday to Milton Mills. Just got it's either 10 or 11. Can we just find that out real quick, Danielle? On the town website?
Is it posted there?
Check it out.
Okay.
So, but I know it's in Milton Mills this year.
So who's the major contact for that? I suppose you know, right?
It's the Legion.
Okay.
Legion VFW,
Yeah,
right?
VFW. That's this coming Monday. Is anybody gonna walk in it?
I'm gonna be out of town.
I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Okay, so we don't need to post an agenda. Okay. Very good.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I'm gonna walk.
Just kidding.
I got a four-wheeler, you just.
No? Okay.
Once
Alright.
I'll make sure it's on,
I can't update it, never mind.
it's on your site.
We'll say once we know, I can update it, but I can't update it, so I'm not even.
No, I haven't seen it posted anywhere.
Okay.
I haven't either.
All right.
All right, so we'll get that up tomorrow.
Thank you. You get it on the website tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so that, I believe, concludes our public meeting. I'll make a motion to go into non-public under 91A32C.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
You have to do a roll call vote. for the-
So,
Individual.
all in favor, we all said aye.
Okay.
Have a good night,
Yeah.
folks.
Oh, thanks.
You too. Thanks for coming, Nancy, and